Move your belongings out the minute you purchase your new home. Stop by today or give us a call. 530-8003. That's 530-8003. Jessup Premium Storage.
They're cool, clean, and secure.
All right, 4 minutes after 8 o'clock. You're listening to WIFO-FM in Jessup. Good morning. Butch Hubbard here with you. 14th day of March, a Monday morning. Variable cloudiness today and breezy. High today of 86 degrees. The Autumn Hubbard level, well, probably still around 10.5 feet and steady. Yes, it is. And this is your third guest. Why don't y'all bring another chair in here, and he can sit down here at the end. Just there you go. There we go. Just bring him right in there. We got all kinds of law enforcement personnel here with us this morning, looking sharp with their uniforms on here. We got Captain Tony Bird in here this morning from the Department of Natural Resources. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning, sir. Department of Public Safety, Motor Carrier
Public Safety. I'm sorry, it doesn't matter.
I can't give DNR a plug.
Don't give DNR a plug. I thought for sure it would be DNR, but no, this is Public Safety here. So what do y'all do? What does your division do then?
We're the commercial vehicle enforcers on the Department of Public Safety.
Okay. All right. We'll see y'all over there with the big rigs pulled over while you're inspecting them. Okay. So Public Safety. Okay. And where's y'all's headquarters? Where are y'all out of?
Our headquarters is in Atlanta. The local office here is out of Darien. Lieutenant Deloach is the local enforcer here.
Okay.
Myself and Henry actually work out of Valdosta. We both live in Odom. We travel over to Valdosta on Monday morning, and we just stay all week at the State Patrol Post.
Oh, you just stay over there, huh?
Stay over there.
They got beds for you and everything?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Showers and the whole thing. You stay right there. All right. Well, we got Captain Tony Burden here from Public Safety in here to talk about the 5th annual Fishing for a Cure. And tell us a little bit about what's going on this year. It's in Long County.
Yes, so we got the 5th annual Fishing for a Cure. It'll be held Saturday, May 21st, beginning at Safe Light, and the weigh-in's at 6 o'clock. They have to be in line.
6 p.m.?
6 p.m. They have to be in line to get weighed. If they're not in line to get by 6 o'clock, we can't allow them to be weighed in.
Okay. All right. So that's what I like about y'all law enforcement personnel. You start off with the rules and regulations right off the bat. This is the way it's going to be.
And again, it's the 20 heaviest panfish. Got a first place payout this year of $700. Second place is $500. Third place is $300. That's for the ones that sign up to fish in the tournament. Mm-hmm. We've got 5 kids listed on the flyer. We've actually added a 6th.
Okay. Now, you do raise funds for these kids to help them with the families with medical expenses. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That is correct. This year we've got Isaiah Fennell. Logan Black is actually from Wayne County. Toby Stacy from Wayne County. Carly Montgomery. Help me out on this one here, Lieutenant.
From Hart County.
And then Sharonda Yonker.
Long County.
Long County, okay.
And we've actually added Tyler Keebler from Wayne County.
Okay. How do the families find out about this? How do they how do you choose the children that you're going to help out each year with this fundraiser on the Fishing for a Cure?
We actually have people that nominate names to us throughout the year.
Okay.
Then we'll actually go and sit down and do an interview with the families. We've had families to actually turn us down, just say, hey, look, y'all help somebody else out. Financially, we're okay. We've got good insurance. Mm-hmm. We like what y'all doing, but right now we don't need any help. Okay. So we just do a little interview process.
Okay. Now, you were supposed to have the Honorable Sheriff Nobles here with you this morning. Is that correct?
Supposed to is correct, but he bailed on us.
Yeah, he called you Friday night and said that he had a prior engagement or something else more important came up or something like that. But we'll see Sheriff Nobles over there in Glenville for the Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. And but we do miss Sheriff Nobles being on the air with us this morning.
Yeah, I'm sure it being an election year, he'll make it to the law enforcement dinner.
Well, he's one of the hosts. He better be there. All right, so introduce your guest with you that you have here with this morning, Captain Tony Bird.
Okay, I have Lieutenant Dennis Deloach. He, like I say, he's the local lieutenant here. This is his area.
Okay.
And then Sergeant First Class Henry Williamson.
Okay.
Henry works with me over in Valdosta.
Okay. Y'all work the interstate a lot over there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I figured being over there in Valdosta up and down 75 over there.
And they have 95 here in this area is Dennis's main artery.
Okay. All right. Now, how did y'all get involved with Fishing for a Cure? That's the reason why in my mind I was thinking DNR more than anything else. You can just move that mic over. Yeah.
I don't know, Captain. What about 7-8 years ago we talked about this thing?
Yes.
We've been blessed to have a good job and healthy children, and And with this career, we have a good platform and a good megaphone to raise money for folks that need it. And we just decided to take and start a fishing tournament, and it's just grew and grew. And we've had, sponsors added. First year we raised 35,000, something around there.
Yeah.
And this last year we ended up raising 145,000. So
wow, $145,000 in this fishing tournament.
Last year was tremendous. And we're looking to.
How did y'all raise that? Where did all the money come from?
Hustling.
Can't tell you.
Hustling.
We talked about a little bit of it before we went on the air.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding.
Trade secrets.
Most of it does come from local sponsors.
Right.
Wayne County, Long County, Tattnall County, and Appling County. All these 4 counties right around here. It's the amount of money these local businesses give is unreal. They some big hearts, some good Christian people in this area that care about children and care about this area, and they really kick in a lot of money to this event.
Okay. All right. It's the 5th annual Fishing for a Cure coming up on Saturday, May 21st. 20 heaviest panfish stringer, bluegill, red breast, crappie, red ear, sunfish, and shellcracker, no bass, catfish, or private pond fish. And the entry fee is $50 per boat, limit 2 anglers per boat, age 13 and up. And so if folks out there want to be involved in this fishing tournament and see if they can win these big grand prize that you're going to be giving away, first place $700, second place $500, and third place $300, how do they get involved?
They can you can buy tickets on our website at www.fishingforacure.org.
Fishing for a Cure. Now, this is the South, so leave out the G, okay? It's Fishing for a Cure.
Crossroads Store
Crossroads Store up on 169 has tickets.
Okay.
And speaking of tickets, we also do raffle tickets. This year we've got a Henry 22 Silverboy rifle. We've got a custom heavy-duty fish cooker. We've got 2 chances on a Husqvarna Rancher 445 chainsaws. We've got a Ronald Hewitt custom knife. We have the Dorchester Plantation Quail Hunt for 2 again. And we have a 26-gun Winchester gun safe.
Okay.
The tickets are 1 for $5 or 5 tickets for $20. See any of us, our numbers are on this flyer, and I'll give my number out in a minute. Like I say, I'm local too. I live here, but I work out of town. But they can call us. We have tickets at the Crossroads. We have tickets at Sue's 301 Market on 301 between Ludowici and Glenville.
Okay. Is that right there at the county line?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that on the left or right going towards Glenville?
On the right.
On the right, the bigger one on the right. Okay, all right.
And Long County Sheriff's Office will have tickets. And
all of us on the board, there's 7 of us on the board. All of us have tickets with us. We'll have the entry tickets. If someone's not able to go online and purchase their ticket, we'll just handwrite them a ticket out.
Okay.
The raffle tickets, we do T-shirt sales also.
We get a little nervous when a public official like y'all say write out a ticket. So
a different style ticket.
A different style of ticket. This is one for Fishing for a Cure. Okay.
But we also hit all the local festivals. I'll be at the Dogwood Festival.
Okay.
Selling
this
T-shirts.
Coming Saturday.
Yes, sir.
And Sunday.
We'll be at the Glenville Onion Festival. We'll be at the Law Enforcement Banquet. And we set up our booth and we sell tickets and raffle tickets.
Sounds good.
One more thing, Mr. Bobo.
That's Bob.
I'm sorry, Mr. Butch. It was the article was never run in the Wayne County Press, but our T-shirt winner on the back design was by a Wayne County High School student again.
And
also, Kelly Gray. Kelly Gray. She did an outstanding job.
Wayne County's on the road.
I'll see if I can hold it up to the camera here. That's it right there. And you said, what's the person's name?
Kelly Gray.
Now
she's in Miss Von Moss's art class at Wayne County High School.
Okay, so I'm holding it up. Hopefully folks can see that. That's the winning entry in the art design for this year's T-shirt, and y'all have the students do that. And we've had a lot of Wayne Countyans win.
Every year.
Every year. That's what I thought. I thought it'd been quite a few of them there, but that's a good-looking T-shirt right there, Fishing for a Cure, with the fish going up toward the hook, not knowing what's going to happen to it. And so fishingforacure.org. Fishingforacure.org. You can go to it and find out all about it. Get in this great fishing tournament coming up on May 21st. Raise lots of funds to help these families and kids out there that are going through medical situations here in this area.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's go down to the sergeant down here. Henry, good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
All right. I'm doing fine. Just didn't want you to sit down there and feel like you're being left alone over there.
No, I'm fine.
All right, you're fine. Yeah, you actually said we could unplug the mic over there.
Yeah, I'm good.
So, what's your involvement with this? What do you do with the Fishing for a Cure?
Stay low and just.
You're the man behind the scene.
Yeah, hustling.
You're hustling behind the scene.
Yes, sir.
You let them
Hustle
take the glory, but you do all the work. Is that right?
Yep. That's the way I like it too. Lay low. That's the way I like to keep it done.
You just like to lay low, huh? All right. So, we just wanted anything that you want to add to the Fishing for a Cure.
This is something great for the kids and the families. Just can't stress that enough. Everything goes to the kids. They deserve it. You know, it helps them.
Right.
You can't never tell when it might be their last chance to have a good time.
Okay.
And this helps the families.
Okay. All right. 5th Annual Fishing for a Cure coming up in Long County on May 21st. And, folks, go ahead and enter this fishing tournament. You can go to fishingforacure.com. Org. That's right. I said org a moment ago, but I'm so used to saying .com. Fishingforacure.org. And weigh-in to be conducted by the Department of Natural Resources at Noble's Cabin between Moody Camp and Adamson Fish Camp in Long County. So tell folks, how do you get to that?
They can access it by river if they have a boat and come in between Adamson's and Moody.
Right.
If they're going to come in by vehicle, they're going to need to go up 301 toward Glenville. When they get to Beards Bluff Road, it turns to the left. It's a dirt road, about 6 miles of dirt road back to the river.
So take a
We'll
truck.
have signs up. You come in through the gate.
It'll be
stay
clearly
to your right.
Okay.
Signs all the way, and you'll come right up to the high bluff there where the cabin's at.
Okay. What time can folks start fishing? Right before sunrise or after
safe
midnight?
light.
In safe light.
DNR
Okay.
deems it as safe light.
Safe light. So sunrise right now is 7:30 something, but by then it'll be about 7, I imagine, somewhere along there.
For all the guys and gals that's going to enter, just where they'll know, the 21st falls on the full moon in May, so should be some good fishing. If
Should be some good fishing there.
The river cooperates.
Oh, yeah.
And it did last year. It was great.
Yeah, yeah. Bob, questions, comments, anything for our fine gentleman here this morning from the Department of from the Department of Public Safety?
I'm sure it's
I'm just kidding,
all
y'all.
other contests. Y'all have lie detectors to make sure, because like I said,
Yes, sir. We have access to the lie detector machine if necessary.
If necessary. The guys look shady.
It's like those other contests, just want to make sure it's on the up and up. It's amazing how people try to cheat a contest, but unfortunately some do. Like
Yes.
I said.
We'd like to send out a personal invitation to y'all. Y'all have never been. We'd love to have one of you show up, or both, if at all possible.
Yeah. May 21st.
May 21st.
I'll put it in my
Come on
calendar.
out. We, all the entries, all the families, and then we have grown. Last year we fed over 400 people.
Wow.
At the close of the tournament that day, after we done all the presenting of the checks, the awarding of the prizes on the raffle tickets, and there was over 400 people fed a chicken dinner with all the trimmings.
Chicken dinner, okay. I was wondering what.
We'll have plenty to eat. Plenty to eat. Captain Joe's furnishes all the side trimmings, and we cook I don't know how many
halves
of
Halves of
chicken.
chicken.
It's plenty.
Okay. And once again, it's hosted by the Department of Public Safety, Motor Carrier Compliance Division, and the Long County Sheriff's Office. 5th Annual Fishing for a Cure on Saturday, May 21st. Go to fishingforacure.org for all the details there. You can get with any of the folks over there at the Long County Sheriff's Department, Crossroads store out there, and other places around to be able to get those tickets.
Yes, sir.
And these flyers are going to be everywhere, right?
Yes, sir.
And you've got y'all's phone numbers on there in case
Our phone
anybody.
number's on there, and I'll go ahead and give mine out on the air.
Okay, go
Like I
right
said, I'm
ahead.
local. It's Tony Bird, 256-0041. Please call me.
Okay, 256-0041. Our local guy here, Dennis DeLoach. Yours is? You want to mention it? We don't have to mention it.
337-3825.
Okay, all right. Well, say here on it's on here.
Please
so.
call Tony Bird. That's what he was going to say next.
Please call Tony
You
Bird.
can call me as long as it's reference to Fishing for a Cure.
Yeah,
That's fine.
don't, nothing else. Just Fishing for a Cure. If anything else, he hangs up. Okay. They've even got Sheriff Craig Noble's number on here, too. And Kenny Noble's.
Kenny is actually retired now. He was a captain with us last year, and he has since retired.
He's retired, huh? Okay. Put out the pasture, huh?
But talking about all of our sponsors, there's no way we could sit here and read all of them now, but if they'll pick up a local paper after the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be in the Jessup paper. It'll be in the Long County paper, the Tattnall County paper, and we run the complete list of sponsors. And it's a pretty sizable list anymore. It has really grown.
Okay. And so that's all coming up on May 21st. Y'all do a great job with this year, and to raise over $143,000 last year is just absolutely phenomenal on a one-day fishing tournament with everything that y'all do to put that together is just absolutely great. And I know all these families that y'all have helped through the years greatly appreciate the folks being involved in this fishing tournament, the sponsors, and the hard work that y'all do there with public safety.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bob, questions, comments, anything else for our law enforcement personnel this morning on Fishing for a Cure?
Just appreciate them coming in.
I got two things before we leave not pertaining to the fishing tournament.
Go right ahead.
Cancel Christmas said to tell Bob a special hello.
Who did?
Cancel Christmas.
Cancel
he said
Christmas.
Bob would know who it is.
Oh, okay.
And then the whole Crossroad Coffee Club committee wanted to know how it became the world famous Butch and Bob Show.
How did it become the world famous Butch and Bob Show? You want to relay that story there?
Well, Jenny Jones gets credit for that.
Okay.
You remember she was former Miss Wayne County, and then she did
cruise ship thing.
It's a cruise ship thing, and she did a weight loss competition thing here as part of her format back when she was involved with the pageants and so forth. And when she came on one time, we were talking to her, and we said, "We appreciate you coming on." She said, "Well, I had to. Y'all's show was world famous." So we just added that in front of the Butch and Bob Show.
They have their explanation.
That's right. That's how it became, So when someone is that successful and that pretty says that, you just put it right on there.
Well, y'all wear your shirts and advertise for us, and like I say, give us a call. We appreciate y'all letting us come in.
Shirts all the time. All right. Sounds good. And if anybody wants to be a sponsor of this and help out with it, how do they do that?
Again, they can go online,
make a donation, or they could call us directly. We'll come by and see them.
Okay. Well, guys, good luck. We enjoy having y'all on each year. Now, remember, this is just March, so if y'all want to come back on again before May 21st, please give us a call. We're glad to have you back on.
And we say it every year. We promised we were going to come back in and do a follow-up to give y'all the details.
Yeah,
on
we'd
how
love
we
for you to follow up.
We get busy and we never do that. We will try to do it this year.
Can't we just go ahead and set up on that Monday morning after the fishing tournament on Saturday?
Monday morning probably wouldn't be good.
Why? You got all day Sunday to rest.
Well, Sunday's all day cleanup. Trying to clean up for what we've done Saturday.
We're trying to get you and the sergeant before y'all head back over to Valdosta.
We will try to make that happen.
Okay. Yeah. We'll try.
We'll try.
Yeah, we'll try.
We do appreciate the opportunity to come in, though.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Have a good day. All right, we've got a county commissioner coming up next. Actually, the chairman of the county commission to talk about the format coming up on the public get together on the coal ash situation on Wednesday night. We'll have Kevin in here in just a moment.
Join us at the 4th annual Barbecue for a Cure, benefiting Wayne County's Relay for Life event. The team from Wayne Memorial Hospital will be selling Boston butts at $25 a piece, or a slab of ribs for $20. Tickets are on sale until March 17th. Cash or check accepted. To secure your tickets today, call 912-530-3118. Buy your tickets for these delicious Boston butts and ribs by March 17th. Wayne Memorial Hospital, caring for the community.
All right, it's 822 WIFO 105.5 FM in just a big public get-together on Wednesday night, and we've got the chairman of the county commission this morning. Don't we, Bob?
Kevin's got the details of what else going to take place. Just want to remind everybody again about the meeting, invite everybody to the meeting at 7 to 9 p.m. at the Coastal Pines Auditorium. But, Kevin, you've got the form of how it's going to work, and, a lot of people are interested in making public comment and questions, so how do they do that, and where do they sign up when they get to the auditorium? Tell us about that.
Bob, thank you guys for letting me run in here this morning. We're not going to take real long. Just want to talk about this meeting. I'm actually waiting on my office staff to send me the picture of the agenda because it's Monday morning. But here's basically how it's going to work. And before I get into that, I want to go ahead and thank every agency that's helped me put this thing together. I do apologize to a lot of people. This thing's on a Wednesday night. It's on a church night, and I knew that a lot of people would be upset by that. We tried to have this thing as late in the evening as we can at 7 o'clock, so hopefully those people that go to church around 6 could get out and and maybe mosey in late. Again, I apologize for that, but the Corps had given me 3 dates, and that was just the only date that I could put everything together. We've got state reps coming. We've got EPD reps coming. Hopefully somebody from the EPA. That's not set in stone yet. Several people from the Corps. Again, state reps, just a good host of people is going to be there Wednesday night, and here's basically how this thing's going to go together.
Just to tell people, state reps, I mean, the executive or legislative session is still underway, so they're making a special trip to come down.
That's why I say it's so hard to put this thing together. I know Chad Nimmer, he's going to fly into our local airport with Jeff Cowan from the EPD, and like I said, this could all do some last minute changes because they are in session, but they're supposed to fly in dead on time. As soon as they get in session, they're going to fly from Atlanta here. I think we're going to have a vehicle waiting to pick them up. He wanted to be here to represent his people. I think Mr. Workenheiser is going to be there. It took a lot to put this thing together, and I apologize to the people that if they go to church and are late and won't be able to make it, it's just everything we could do.
But you did say we could mosey in there late if we go to church. Is that right?
And we got this thing's going to be at the auditorium of Coastal Pines, and I'm thinking that thing sits around 400 people. I think that's what my clerk told me. It's I hope we pack the thing out, and there's people standing outside, because what it looks like right now, this might be one of the only ways, to stop this thing in the rail spur is the public outcry, and that's what the people requested. Everybody called in and said, hey, can we please have a meeting? Can we answer questions? And also, in order for this thing to run professional, because I'm not that good of a moderator, want to give a big thanks to the Carl Vinson Institute. They have volunteered pro bono to come and moderate this meeting. Mr. Langford Halbrook,
somebody who's experienced at moderating.
Very good guy. That's a first-class organization, and it's unusual that they're doing this for us for free, but we're spending a little bit of money with them on the county side. We've got them doing quite a few studies for us, so they appreciate that, and they're going to come in and moderate this thing. I'll get up and I'll give a few opening statements. Bob, then I'll introduce Mr. Langford. He'll come in. But the biggest thing is I want to tell the people, as right now there is going to be time for public comments. Now, here's how this thing is going to play out, because as of right now, I don't know if there's going to be 50 people there, 100 people there, or 300 people there. Sometimes you never know until you get there. So we won't be able to set a time frame for how many minutes to give each person until we actually get there. And what we're requesting, we're going to give everybody time to stand up. Mr. Langford will call on them and to address their questions, but we're going to ask that they sign up as they come in. We'll have a format for them to fill out and just to give a brief description of what they're going to say. And the reason for that is the EPD is going to be there and the Corps, or if it's a question for a rep, that way Mr. Langford will know who to address the question to, and if he wants to get all the questions for the Corps set aside first. So they don't have to put exactly what they're going to ask, but we want them to write down their name and a general
description of what they want answered. And not maybe the question itself, but this is the area they want. They're going to ask the question about. So if you want to ask a question at the meeting on Wednesday night, you've got to fill out a form in advance.
And again, that's not to pick anybody apart. That's to know, okay, if we've got 100 people, or if we've got 60 people, this is the best way I can explain it. If we've got 60 people set up to speak and we've only got about an hour left in the meeting, or if we've got 30 people signed up to speak, when the Army Corps and the EPD, when they get through saying anything they have to say, we'll determine, okay, we got an hour left, there's 30 people, that means you get 2 minutes to speak, right, or vice versa, or if we've got an hour and a half left. So it's very important that as soon as you get there, you go ahead and sign up. The sooner we can get a good head count on people, the sooner we can do the math and determine how many people is going to speak.
Okay.
But to start the thing off, again, Mr. Halbrook will give some opening remarks. The Corps is going to give a brief presentation on the permitting process. You know, they won't go into detail. And again, I want to remind the people when you ask a question, the Corps is not going to be answering for what's being hauled in. Their questions with regard to the wetlands permit and the rail spur permit. Republic Services is also going to be there, and I want to give a big thanks to those guys. I know there's a lot of public sentiment out there against them, but it does take a lot for those guys to come in at such a public meeting where there's this much anti-sentiment against them. I want to thank them for coming. They're going to give a presentation of what they're doing. They're going to try to inform the public some about what the facts that they think about coal ash are, and we'll have a time for them to answer questions as well. So if anybody has a question for Republic, they'll get a chance to ask after their presentation. The biggest thing that I want to remind people this morning and ask you to please do is to be professional. I know this is a volatile subject, and I know the emotions are running very high right now, but I promise you I will have a bunch of security there, and the Corps and the EPD and Republic and all the people that have taken the time out of their schedule has requested to have a professional meeting. Yes, I expect there's to be some high feelings, and I expect a few people to get emotional, but I'm asking everybody to ask your questions in a professional manner, to be professional, or I promise you will get thrown out.
Okay. So just be professional.
Be professional.
Don't be like some of these folks are at these Trump rallies.
Treat your neighbor like you want to be treated.
That's right. Treat like you want to be treated.
Just be respectful. And I know we've been through this before with the mining situation. I thought that meeting at the high school auditorium went very professional, very orderly. You know, as long as we have one of those meetings, I think it'll be. And I think most Wayne Counties understand. Like I said, it is a volatile issue, but most people can get up there and state what they have to say, ask what they have to say in a respectful, professional manner, just like they did at the mining situation. So right. I think it'll run fine. But like I said, it'll be interesting to see what the Corps has to say. It'll be interesting to see what Republic has to say. Then it'll be interesting to see what the public has to say and what they have to ask for. And again, I do want to stress too, this meeting is supposed to go to 9:00. But the city commissioners have stated they're going to stay afterwards. So if you don't get your question asked in that time period, you can stay and ask the city some questions as well. So and there'll be another meeting after this meeting at the same place, but it'll take place following the regular meeting.
If you don't mind, Bob, let me throw this into, and I have already discussed this with the city, so there'll be no hard feelings. If the meeting is going on and it's still being productive, and we're not there being rhetorical and repetitive, we will allow the meeting to go over. That's just a brief format because, again, we don't know how many people is going to be there. And the other important issue about writing the questions down is I know back at the DuPont meeting, we kept having the same questions being asked over and over again. So, again, if we have a lot of people signing up, Mr. Langford and myself will go through the comments, and if we see a bunch of questions that are basically the same question, we might just let one person ask that. And please, if you sign up and you don't get called on, I hope nobody gets their feelings hurt. But that's a part of this meeting that I can't answer until we actually see how many people are there and how many people show up.
Okay. All right. Kevin Copeland, Chairman of the County Commission, here talking about the format that's going to be at the public meeting on Wednesday night at 7:00 at Coastal Pines Technical College in the auditorium, in the Polytech Center of the auditorium, right? Or the auditorium itself?
The auditorium itself.
The auditorium itself. Yes. So not the Polytech building, but the auditorium itself in the older part of the building. The auditorium itself. So don't go back to my clerk to call in back to the Polytech, but it's in the auditorium. Yes. And like you said, it seats about 400.
And we'll have plenty of security there, people directing you. Everything is going to be respectful and professional.
Okay. Bob, anything else for Kevin this morning?
Like I said, the key thing is to attend, and everyone, just make sure everybody knows everyone is invited.
If you've got family and friends in neighboring counties, call them and remind them to come.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Thanks for coming, guys. All right. WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio, the world famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Parker Insurance and Realty on Macon Street in downtown Jessup, across from the Heritage Bank, by Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, and by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. The time now is 8:33. Let's check in with the latest news and see what's happening in our world and here in our nation. Here's Fox News.